The Yogic Breath combines Udar, Vaksah, and Jatruka pranayama all together, and it just might be my most favorite of all of the pranayamas. It is both the most useful and probably the most beneficial pranayama because we have an opportunity to breathe this way all day long, even when we're not specifically practicing pranayama or doing asana. It is a pranayama that elevates the mood, helps to relieve stress, and some of the yogis even claim that it helps to slow the process of aging. The contraindications for this pranayama are basic. You probably want to avoid this breath if you have congestion or nasal inflammation. This pranayama can occur while you're seated or while you're laying down. For today's purposes, we'll just do it as we're in a seated posture. We'll combine Udar, Vaksha, and Jatruka all together. And at first, we'll think about doing them in a specific order so that the first part of the breath will expand into the belly, and then the second part of the breath will expand into the chest. And in the third part of the breath, we'll expand into the upper shoulders. And then during the exhalation, we'll just reverse that process as we remove air and oxygen from the shoulders, remove it from the chest, and then remove it from the belly, so that the breath kind of flows like a wave and fills up the torso, fills up the upper chest and body from the abdomen up into the shoulders, and then empties in a reverse of that process. So let's start with that. Sit up tall and relax the face. Take a normal breath in and let a normal breath out. Inhale. Exhale completely. Breathe into the belly. 2, 3. Continue into the chest. 5, 6, and up into the shoulders. 8, 9. Empty from the shoulders. 8, 7. Empty from the chest. 5, 4. And now remove from the belly. 2, 1. Take a normal breath in. And a normal breath out. And then for the second technique of yogic breathing, we'll just try to incorporate all 3 of those stages simultaneously, so that we're breathing into the belly, breathing into the chest, breathing into the upper shoulders or upper chest all at once, so that you kind of just feel this expand in a 3-dimensional capacity. The air and the lungs expand the torso of the upper body from front to back, as well as side to side and top to bottom. Just envision that the space here is a balloon that's just really filling up with air. Sit up tall, open the chest, relax the face. Take a breath in. Let a breath out. Full inhale. Complete exhale, then we'll begin. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a normal breath in and let a normal breath out. And one of the reasons, well, I guess the main reason that I consider this breath to be so important and that it's one of my favorites is that this breathing, more than anything, will just help you to stay calm and centered and focused and present. You've probably heard your yoga teachers say so often, even to the point of it being probably sort of a cliche, to be present, be present, be present. Well, that possibility occurs through this breath, through this pranayama. And the body and the mind are intelligent enough to do this automatically. You've been doing this your whole life, even when you weren't conscious about it. If you think about the last time that you did something that was nerve-wracking to you, that was inducing a degree of anxiety, these things I'm talking about are things like going out on a first date, going on a job interview, walking into some experience that is new or different and uncertain to you. And if you recall, that moment just before you stepped into that situation, what did you do? You probably took a deep breath. You intuitively and instinctually took a yogic breath to induce a state of calmness in your mind, a state of focus, a state of presence. And also, if you give some consideration to moments in your life or throughout your day where you are frustrated, where you might have a degree of anger, you're going to work or you're heading to your yoga class and you're stuck in traffic, you're starting to experience road rage and frustration. What can you do to immediately pull you back from that state of being so that you can make better choices, better decisions? You can do yogic breathing. It's almost like the yogi has the capacity to stop time, to slow time, and change the course of action as a result of this breath. Instead of reacting to something that is out of our control, we can choose how we react to those things. We can just simply stop and breathe and induce a better outcome. And now imagine if you can just maintain that state of being all day long, every day. Yogic breath.